What's going on? This is YeahPete, and we are going to be doing a review of the Suercup Torque Wrench. Now, they sent me this product to give an honest and unbiased review, and that's what I'm going to do. My goal is to keep the very few subscribers that I do have, so I'm going to be honest in my review of this product. All right, let's talk about the case first. It's a rigid plastic case, which is nice. The latches are nice. I like that it comes in a case. These latches here are fine. This here is a solid piece of plastic. First concern would be, how many times can I open and close this before it breaks? I think any cheap tool will come like this with this rigid plastic. I hate that. I'd rather have an actual hinge, because 5 or 10 years down the line, depending on how often you use this, this will eventually crack along here. You'll have to get a new case. Please put actual hinges. So I guess you can even if it does break, I'm sure we can glue like a piano hinge here, along here, a piano hinge here. Now, what is nice is this does come with an inspection certificate. Test results, Checker Zhangzhou, date 2023, 9/20. And it looks like it's pretty on. I mean, they checked it at 34 pounds, 102, 170, and that's pretty accurate. 2%. We're gonna don't worry, we're gonna test it in the next video. It comes with an instructions, and actually I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this video or not, because I'm a little biased, and I'm a little biased towards American-made tools, okay? But the problem is, American-made tools are extremely expensive for somebody like me who uses a torque wrench once in a blue moon. And I used to be biased, as in, you need something, a snap-on, okay? The problem is, I don't use snap-on enough. If you're a person who uses a torque wrench every day, you're gonna get, if you're a mechanic, you're going to use snap-on, okay? There's no doubt about it, okay? But if you just use it once in a blue moon, it doesn't really matter what type of torque wrench you use, as long as it is accurate. I really like these instructions, actually. It's very small. If you have trouble seeing, it's a little small. And it's actually in plain English, so I think that's a plus. First, adjust the torque to the value you need. Install a suitable sleeve, and it even tells you the proper way to hold it. Hold the middle of the handle and apply force at a constant speed in the horizontal direction. After reaching the set torque value, the head of the wrench will swing at an angle of about 15 degrees, and there will be a click sound. At that time, you need to stop the application immediately. Otherwise, the fasteners and torque wrench may be damaged. We recommend that the mechanical torque wrench is only used for tightening. Do not use the wrench for other purposes. Says the accuracy is within 3%. When not in use, adjust the wrench to its lowest reading and store it in the case. It came and it's its lowest reading. It's at 0. That's how you store it, at 0. They have a 24-month warranty. That's pretty awesome. One thing they do not talk about in the manual, maybe they can add it, but any kind of adapters that you use, like angle adapters and things like that with the torque wrench, there's adjustments that you have to do. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 2 pounds, 5.7 ounces. It feels pretty good. I really like the feeling of this wrench. It's thick, it's heavy. How do we adjust the torque on here? Well, I already read the instructions. All we do is pull down this lever. It's nice, spring-loaded. And you just turn it until you get to the torque you want. So here we are at 30. Boom, clicks right in there. Nice. And we're gonna go up to, oh, so I already passed the torque, but so let's go to 50. And we just turn it, boop, pops right in. I like it. Now I emailed them to ask them, how do you, if you want to calibrate the wrench. I'm gonna do that in another video, but I'm just gonna show you guys that this wrench can be calibrated. They told me to take it to a professional to have it professionally calibrated. That costs more than a new wrench, usually. I like this method better than other methods have like something you unscrew at the bottom and then you have to then unscrew it and then tighten up that screw. I really like this, that's it right there. I really like this method here. I don't know how durable this method is compared to the other methods, but it's certainly faster and easier, and this feels pretty good. This cap at the bottom here is where you do your adjustments. I don't know how to do the adjustments, so I'm not going to do any adjustments, but you can do it. I think if it ever goes out of spec, it's worth trying to take it apart and fiddling it with yourself. These markings here, we have foot-pounds on one side, and we have Newton meters on the other. So that's cool, it's got both. It does have, I do feel like it is slightly engraved. These numbers are slightly engraved, I feel like it is, but these, I don't feel that they are. So that might be a concern, is rubbing off this with scratching it off or rubbing it off. My thing that I'm most concerned about is rubbing off these numbers. Now, someone like me, I probably won't be using it much, but let's see if this black finish comes off. I have rubbing alcohol. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol. We can try gasoline next. Maybe I'll try gasoline outdoors because it's expected that you'll get some gas on your hands, maybe. This number's not coming off here. It feels bumpy there. But I think it's important that these numbers do not get rubbed off. Let's keep going. I say we try to put some gasoline on it. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to use this wrench. It's funny because this is the third take I did it. The first take I tried doing it on a high torque and it won't click because it keeps ripping the pan head screw on the other side through the wood. The second take, my AC unit turned on. So here's the third take. Let's hope this works right all the way. So first thing we do is we're going to put this on, and you just put it in, and this is the socket. I just have a converter there. It converts the half inch drive head to a 3/8 inch. Make sure it's set to the right way. You could just use your hand, make sure I'm setting it to tighten. And now we'll adjust the torque. So it's really easy. Just go to your torque setting, and I'm doing 30, which right there, boom, it locked right in. It locks right in, 30 pounds, because this bolt can't handle more. Maybe you have to test it on a higher doing something else, but the theory is everything. The theory is correct. Now we're going to move it in a smooth motion, holding from the center of the handle. So this area here, this is where you want to be applying your pressure, because that's where it's calibrated from. I used to think differently, that it didn't really matter, but it really does. It does matter where you hold the wrench, okay? You have to hold it, the majority, you have to hold it on the handle, okay? And you're gonna do it in a smooth motion all the way until it clicks. That's it. If you double click it, will it tighten more? Let's see. We have that thing facing almost straight up and down. Will it tighten again? It did. It tightened almost a full nother thread. So now that we're done using the torque wrench, you have to remember the most important thing. When you're storing a torque wrench, we're going to set it all the way back to 0. And now it's ready to be stored in the container. If this video helped you, please help me by liking and subscribing. Next video, I'm going to be checking the calibration of this, and we're going to be checking the 30 pounds because this thing can't take any more than 30 pounds. Alright, I almost forgot to rub this thing with gasoline. I've been rubbing it. I was debating on showing you rubbing it with gasoline, but I have my gas can right there. And I've been rubbing it, and it has not come off. I figured if I didn't show you on camera, you might not believe me. Not believe me, but I might forget to put it in the video. So I rubbed it with gasoline as well, and it still didn't come off. So that's pretty good. I was worried that the paint would be cheap and just come right off, but it did not. I guess we can, let me get this wet again, and I'm gonna rub this area. I haven't rubbed this. I rubbed that. Okay, I soaked it again, splashed it with gasoline. And I'm rubbing. And nothing. It's good.